So it's officially fall, and now it is time to bring out the best fragrances of the entire year, the cold weather fragrances. Yeah, okay, everyone likes different seasons, but in my opinion, this is the best time. This is the only good thing about this time of year. In fact, seasonal depression, all that kind of crap is cut out of the way when you bring out these fragrances. I'm so excited to finally bring these out. So if you didn't know, fall is a transitional season. So it brings you from the warm weather into the cold weather. In my fall rotation, I like to mix elements of both. You get fruity kind of elements of the summer, or also deep, dark, and resinous tobaccos, smoky, leathery notes of the winter, the warmth of the winter and the brightness of the summer. Combine those two, you get a fall fragrance. If I'm coughing or sneezing during this video, it's because I've been sick the last couple days and I can't even smell. It's like taking away Spider-Man's web slingers. I can't smell anything. It sucks, okay? The first fragrance, I was excited to bring this into my rotation. The new Givenchy Gentleman Society Ombre. This is, in my opinion, controversially the best fragrance of the entire line. Why? Because it has the original Society DNA. You're getting the narcissus, you're getting some woody vanillic characteristics, but this one adds in a smoky tobacco, almost in the style of Parfums de Marly Herod, but it is backed up by that sensual iris orris butter note that's in the extreme. So it basically takes the extreme and adds in tobacco. The tobacco gives it that warming element, but you're also getting some sweet seductive elements from the amber. I think it's sweet, mysterious, and captivating, the best of the line, and arguably a mid performer. It's not the best performing of the line, but I could be going anosmic. I will be putting it to test for a full review. If we're talking about notes that are perfect for the fall, in my opinion, coffee fragrances. There is nothing better, in my opinion, than going for a walk in a path in the woods with a warm coffee in your hand, seeing the leaves falling all around you. It's kind of got that crisp breeze in the air. That's why I needed to purchase this fragrance. Mancera Amore Caffe. Now this isn't just a cafe fragrance. It's not a coffee fragrance. And in fact, the coffee actually, I wish lasted a little bit longer in here. What this actually is it's more of like, let's say an affogato. If you know what that is, it's like kind of like a scoop of vanilla bean ice cream and drizzle over some espresso. That is what this fragrance is. Like the coffee to this actually doesn't perform throughout the entire duration, which kind of disappointed me in that aspect, but everything else just kind of makes this a gourmand fragrance with a coffee undertone. And I love it. I really like that. Like the actual sensation to this fragrance is fall in a bottle. Now, it does have that kind of Mancera muskiness to it that some people are hit or miss on. It's not the highest quality coffee fragrance, but what is a high quality fragrance is this one. This is called Theodoros Kalatini's Coffee Addict. This, in my opinion, is by far the best coffee fragrance I've ever tried. Photorealistic coffee with sweetened up kind of vanilla and caramel vibes. It's kind of like you just entered a coffee shop with a realistic coffee bean note. In my opinion, what I've liked to do, and I tried this over the last couple of days, is layer these. You get the coffee, photorealistic, that lasts longer, and then you get the coffee in here, which I think disappears a little bit too quick, but the gourmandy elements combine together so nicely. This is a perfect layering fragrance, and it's also just the perfect fall time in a bottle, coffee fragrance, coffee date type of feel, right? Now I'd like to take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, absolutely no one, except for me. So smash that thumbs up and subscribe. Now this next one combines the elements of summer and winter, combining fruity notes and leathery notes. This is what I've been excited to wear all year. This is Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, the Eau de Parfum. In my opinion, this combines a realistic, fresh kind of car seat leather feel or a leather jacket vibe, mixed with a fruity ambery feel in the background with some jasmine and a little bit of like spice coming from cardamom. It's kind of like a bright, fresh leather fragrance, in my opinion. It's probably one of the highest quality leather accord fragrances I've smelt ever. Leather is perfectly brought out in fall. When it starts to get crisp in the air, you throw on a leather jacket. The smell of leather when there's cold weather around you is just so nice. Like Tom Ford does some amazing fall fragrances. It's honestly, in my opinion, it's safe for people that don't like leather in a fragrance because it's a fresh leather. It's not a dark leather, if that makes sense. I hope it does. We're about to bring out something that is not mass appealing at all, but I've been excited to bust this bad boy out. This is Serge Luten's Ambre Sultan. This is not for everyone. This, in my opinion, is more of like a special occasion going out fragrance dressed very, very classy, okay? Not for anyone under 35 years old. This is a photorealistic kitchen spice fragrance, but you also get sweetened up with this amber and vanilla. When I first smelt this, it really blew me away. I see Ombre Sultan. I was thinking it's gonna be some sweet kind of resinous fragrance, but the realistic kitchen spice element to this really intrigued me, okay? Think Thanksgiving, okay? When you're cooking a turkey or making the stuffing, you have all those spices, and this smells like a kitchen on Thanksgiving. This probably will be my Thanksgiving fragrance. I'm crazy like that. I'm a weirdo. I get it. But I like to match my fragrances to my situation. Like, I have a fragrance for going to take a poop. I'm not kidding. I have a fragrance for going into the shower. I'm not kidding. I have a fragrance for shooting. No, okay, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Let's go on to this next one. Fall in a Bottle. One of my favorites, definitely my favorite Born in Roma fragrance. This is Valentino Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. If you fantasize about corals, this is your fragrance. I don't know why it's called Coral Fantasy, but this is red apple, realistic crisp red apple, tobacco, lavender, and a warm spice coming from cardamom. This could be signature scent worthy if you like sweet tobacco fragrances, but it's not overwhelming. This is what's great about this fragrance, is it's not too strong. You can wear it in office, you can wear it to school if you spray lighter, you could wear it on dates if you spray heavier. Super versatile. Fall in a bottle. During fall seasons, at least where I grew up, there was fall fairs, okay? You'd go to the fair and you'd see those candy apples. You'd smell like the smoke off of tobacco and also the sweetness in the air. This is fall in a bottle to me, man. Whenever I wear this fragrance, it brings me back to being a kid and going to the fairs, going on a Ferris wheel, failing to pick up girls. Brings me back to a time where I couldn't do anything. When I said to you guys earlier that I like to combine the seasonal elements from summer and winter, this is a perfect fit for that. Some people may call me crazy for putting it here, but it is what it is. It's my list and you can't change that. That's Nishane Hacivat. This fragrance is pineapple. You get some bergamot, which is very, very noticeable. You get some oak moss, which is very prominent, almost more prominent than the fruity notes, and some patchouli, and a little bit of woods to back this down. It literally describes what fall is to me. The brightness of the fruity notes in the bergamot is there front and center, but as this dries down, it's the transition from summer to fall. You're losing the brightness of the sun. You're getting a little bit more earthy elements of the woods and the oak moss. It's becoming earthier and woodier and greener. Signature scent worthy, but if you do not like oak moss, greens, woods, stay far away from that. Don't even hit it with a 10-foot pole because you're gonna come to my comments and complain. I can already tell. That won't be for you, but for me, I was looking forward to bust this bad boy out. So in this video, there's gonna be 15 fragrances. We've entered the almost halfway point. I just wanna say, if you want a video on just clones, because there are none in this video, you better smash that thumbs up and subscribe and let me know in the comments below and I will do it immediately. I can't believe I was looking in my category that I have not done a full review for this next fragrance. I'm shocked because I've loved to wear this one. It's grown on me so much. This is Gisada's Ambassador, man. Now, some people have said that this is like a fruity tropical sauvage. Everyone is different when it comes to fragrances because I don't get that at all. I don't even get a sauvage-like smell to this. This is mango, it has vanilla, it has pepper, it has lavender. A lot of reasons that people say this is a sauvage-like is the pepper and lavender. But this has a mango and vanillic vibe, which makes it like a creamy, fruity fragrance. Again, combining mango with warmer elements like black pepper, vanilla, summer, cold weather. In my opinion, this is signature scent worthy if you like fruity fragrances, but it could be a little bit cloying in the high heat. That's why I think it's the best time of year to bust this out in the fall. When you walk around and the cold air is just hitting this fragrance, thank me later because I'm excited. I have to review this one. This one has to get a full review. This next one is arguably the best of the line for this time of year, at least. This is an underrated one that I think deserves a lot more love. The original Spicebomb. I just don't see people talking about this one anymore because the extreme just gets so much more love. Admittedly, that is an amazing fragrance, but this one for the fall, my favorite. This has tobacco, it has leather, it has cinnamon and pink pepper. What this fragrance smells like is an explosion of spices on top of leather. So it's like kind of like a guy smoking with a leather jacket surrounded by spices, almost. Except it doesn't really have an ashy feel. The tobacco just gives it that earthy tobacco unlit feel. When I say that I'm not excited for winter, I truly mean it. except when I get to wear things like this, it genuinely just puts me in a better mood. Something about this fragrance just makes me feel good. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel energetic. But that being said, it's not a casual fragrance. In my opinion, I like to at least have a sense of style when wearing something like this. Like t-shirt like this, especially with this cap that I'm wearing to cover the fact that I didn't have time to do my hair this morning because it's a busy day. Don't wear it when you're dressed like this. Like when you're confused. Like I'm dressed like a guy in high school that has no idea how to dress himself or his mom hands him clothes, but I'm okay with that. This next fragrance, this needs a warning. It's really expensive. In fact, it's almost so expensive that I was almost having trouble deciding if I even wanted to recommend this or not. Of all my fragrances I've gotten recently, this one has become the most addictive. I cannot stop pulling the cap and smelling this. It's grown on me so much. This is Mind Games Kingside. Is it worth the price? Absolutely not. I'm just telling you right now. But if you have money to throw around, you might enjoy this one, but only if. There's a big only if here, if you're into gourmand fragrances. Gourmand fragrances, the perfect time for me to wear them is this time of year, fall. During the holidays, like Thanksgiving, it's a very thick and dense gourmand fragrance, very gourmand that it's almost hard to pull off in non-holiday seasons. Man, oh my goodness, it's so addictive. I've worn this one, I think maybe 4 or 5 times now. But every time I wear it, it's just so addictive. I keep it on my desk right now just to smell it. When you're buying something this expensive, you need to sample. Please do not go out there and buy it. Like, this has tonka bean, pistachio, and Madagascar vanilla, and it's a vanillic lemon cake with a nutty underedge. Although I cannot justify the price, I did get this one for free. And look, sometimes, you know, I'm happy to be in a position where I am, where I can get stuff like this for free that normally I wouldn't go out and spend money on, okay? I'm just being honest with you guys. The price is insane on these Mind Game fragrances. So far, I'm impressed. If you have ever watched a Chad Secrets video, you knew this fragrance was coming, man. You knew it. You've probably been waiting for this fragrance to appear. Azzaro, the Most Wanted Parfum. Arguably one of my favorite designer fragrances. I don't know why. There's just something about this fragrance that I cannot stop smelling it. I cannot stop doing one of these just like I do with this one. Azzaro, the Most Wanted Parfum, the note breakdown is relatively simple. It's vanilla and ginger and woods. But to me, it almost gives off a grape soda feel. Like there's a sweetness kind of like grape or some sort of like fruity sweetness backed up by this kind of fresh ginger and woods. This is an addictive attention grabber. This is something that whenever I wear it, it just reels in compliments. It's like, you know, whenever I'm just like, I want to feel good about myself, it's like this compliment on a string, just go like this after I spray this on. I don't know why, man, but something about this fragrance, maybe it's the way it makes me feel when I wear it, maybe it's the vibe, maybe people just love the smell, I don't know. But this is always gonna have a staple in my fall fragrance collection, regardless of what happens to my collection. If I ever downsize, it's staying, man. It's just something I cannot stop wearing. I love the smell of this. Speaking of staples in my fragrance collection, you guys also probably thought this one was gonna come too, and you're absolutely right. I'm a Hugo Boss glazer. Hugo Boss bottled Elixir. Another one of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection. Now this one and the Absolute are fighting for the first place all the time. In fact, I went on record saying that the Absolute is better, and I don't know anymore, man. I'm not sure. It just keeps going like this. It's like, I don't know. This was a step in the right direction for Boss, okay? Hugo Boss was not known to have fragrances that step outside of the traditional norms of mass appeal. This one smells borderline niche. If they put this in a higher price tag, I think it would be justified because it smells daring, it's bold, it's not for everyone, it's not mass appealing. It has notes of frankincense, cardamom, patchouli, and labdanum. So what this does is it's almost like a resinous kind of ambery feel, but with a kind of spicy, almost incensey backbone. It's so captivating, man. And I've been waiting for it this time of year to wear it. Now, some people may think that's too dense. You could also go with the Triumph Elixir. Basically this one, but add violet leaf, more earthy green characteristics and tone down the incensey feel. It's greener, it's waterier, it's juicier. These both are absolute studs, just like I strive to be, a stud. But I'm gonna only have to go with the Elixir because I can only choose one, okay? Which is almost like choosing between my children. Now the Absolute, spoiler, will probably be on my winter list. Hopefully you guys are around to see that winter list. Another staple in anyone's fragrance rotation for fall. This could also be worn more versatile than just fall. This is Guerlain's L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. I absolutely love Guerlain. They are arguably a niche brand too. I have people debating that in my comment sections at least twice a week, okay? But this fragrance is basically cherry, almond, vanilla, leather, a little bit of incense going through it. This is almost like a masculine gourmand fragrance with a sophisticated underedge. Oh my God. Okay, so this fragrance, I remember when I was making a move. I moved last year, October, and this was my fragrance I wore for like a week straight. I could not get over the smell of this. It just gives you this kind of classy, sophisticated feel with a seductive underedge. It balances those together so nicely in a way that not a lot of fragrances can do. It gives you confidence. It gives you a little bit of mystery. It gives you like this sex appeal. It's too good that I think one day they will nerf it because it gives you such an advantage, man. The cherry note to this, it's like a bright fruitiness with a nutty underedge and on top of this leather and incense, man. It's so good. It's so good. Fall is the perfect time for me to bust this out. Guerlain, they know what they're doing, man. They have bangers. Banger, banger, banger. I want to be the sole reason this fragrance does better because I think that this is truly overhated. It just came out. This is a new release of this year. This is the new Davidoff Cool Elixir. I have wanted to bust this out for so long, but it's just too much to pull off in the high heat. Currently on Fragrantica, people are absolutely crapping on this fragrance. Why? Because they think it's a Davidoff Cool Water flanker. Davidoff Cool Water is known to be mass appealing compliment getters, mass appealing cheap fragrances. This retails at $100, okay? With this is its rose oud in lavender. Very non-mass appealing fragrance notes to put in a mass appealing line. And it's not even a Davidoff Cool Water flanker. This is Cool Elixir, okay? So go into this expecting something a little bit more bold and daring. To me, this is warm spicy. It's a little bit sweet with this almost like amber vanillic kind of combination. I am starting to pick up this synthetic oud over time. It's gotten a little bit deeper since I got it originally, but I don't really get much rose, okay? The rose in itself is, I guess, a jammy type of rose. To me, I don't really get the rose. It just smells like a dried out, spicy, sweet fragrance with a hint of vanilla, lavender. It's really good. Like, I think that this punches way above its weight. I think if any designer brand, or even if Parfums de Marly released this fragrance, it would get so much hype. But because people were expecting it to be mass appealing, the same people that bought Cool Water are buying this and they're like, whoa, what is that? It's like a shock to their senses, man. And I completely understand, but at the same time, I want to be the reason this does better because it's the underdog. I love underdog movies. This is the underdog of the fragrance industry right now. And the next one we have is Invictus Victory Elixir, another staple in my collection for the fall time. This is simply patchouli, vanilla. You get a little bit of tonka smell in there as well, cardamom, and incense. But this all combines to make it almost this like fruity, chocolatey, earthy feel with an incense floating through. I can just picture fall time in a bottle. I wore this a lot in fall last year, and it just gives this like earthy, chocolatey, kind of almost slightly gourmandy, fruity appeal to this. I'm closing my eyes because I'm just picturing when to wear this. Invictus Victory Elixir also has very good performance. It lasts a long time on skin, and it is an absolute compliment polar. I'm not kidding, at least for me. Now, I'm also 6'2", have blue eyes, and I'm a strong human being. That doesn't mean, I'm more likely to get a compliment. Okay, it does, I'm just coping. But look, honestly, this needs to be tried. It's a little bit more juvenile, some people might say, but at the same time, I think that a lot of people can kind of find something in here with the earthier or incense characteristics combined with the sweetness as well. Look, this video's gone on for too long. I've given you niche, I've given you designers. Fall is the best time of year. If you don't agree, I don't know what's wrong with you. 15 of my favorite fall fragrances. This is gonna be a long video, but at the same time, thank you for sticking around. But speaking of compliments, if you wanna see a video talking about my most addictive fragrances that get me compliments, check out this video right here and I'll see you over there. Happy fall. That's a horrible ending. Happy fall? What? Just go over there. What are you waiting for? Oh. I'm gonna layer all these fragrances and sit in my bedroom alone because you didn't subscribe to me.